The Hindu Diwali festival celebrates light over dark, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. Diwali is a major event on Trinidad, the southernmost island in the Caribbean, which has one of the largest Hindu populations outside India, concentrated within its 1,864 square miles of coastline and verdant interior. I was drawn to Trinidad because of its locale, 7 miles off the coast of Venezuela, which afforded me the opportunity to experience Hindu culture and the Diwali celebration on a large scale in the Western Hemisphere. Diwali is observed every year over a 5-day period in early autumn and coincides with the new moon, a time of deep darkness. The vibrant and colorful manifestations of Hindu culture and evidence everywhere exuded a sense of optimism and joy. During Diwali, I was the guest of Savitri and Winston Ramsing. As I arrived, Savitri stood in her garden, her arm raised in prayer of thanks. Like many festive occasions, Diwali includes gatherings in which family members cook and enjoy a smorgasbord of favorite foods made from scratch. Inside, the extended family laughed as they cooked together in the hot kitchen, everyone's brows damp with perspiration. I received a tutorial on Hindu culinary traditions and gracious hospitality, Trini style. The menu included a sumptuous meal of flavors that range from fiery to sweet. The warm welcome I was shown would continue throughout my stay in Trinidad. I was invited to the Shiva Temple in Rampart Village by the president of temple devotees and his wife and daughters. Like the faith I grew up with, there was inspiration and wisdom shared, and I enjoyed a wonderful talk by the pundit on universal themes of mindfulness and gratitude, delivered from his seat on an elevated wooden platform to attentive devotees. Earlier, in a ritual of devotion, a low table was set with flickering diyas and a tray overflowing with flowers. The pundit blessed each blossom, patiently explaining to me the meaning and allowing me to participate by giving me petals to offer. Music began with a middle-aged man blowing on a conch shell. A boy beat the skins of a drum. An adorable young girl got up and stood by the pundit's side, her hands together in prayer. The other worshippers began to stream to the front of the temple to pay respects to their deities. With smiles of encouragement, I was invited to join them and once again given gentle instruction on how to participate. It was a privilege to be included. Another day, I was hosted for lunch by Savarti's sister Joan and her family in the town of Rusalak. Joan and her daughter Risha brought me outside to their home temple where they worship daily under colorful prayer flags flapping in the breeze. Risha explained to me the significance of the symbolism in the shrine and demonstrated for me how she approaches her prayers. I was moved to be entrusted with observing her personal devotion, and when I told her that, she said, everyone, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, need to express their belief in a way that is meaningful for them. How it is done doesn't matter. The important thing is simply to pray. Give your devotion in your way. On the third day of the Diwali holiday, a festival traditionally takes place, and I attended one in the little village of Felicity. There was great energy in the air, and amidst the throngs of people, most of them beautifully attired in colorful silk. The town was ablaze in gorgeous light, with each home and shop along the main street lit up by strings of dayas, little lamps made from clay pots with a cotton wick dipped in coconut oil. I had made this trip at a particularly difficult time in my life, when I was struggling to believe there would be light at the end of a long tunnel. It was tremendously uplifting to be part of a community who were jubilantly turning to the light, expressing their faith and positivity with each day lit. Street musicians banged on big drums and played chimes. Girls had their hands hemmed, and zesty food was served up on giant palm leaves. At the end of the night, an effigy of a crowned, big-eared man was burned, and the crowd twirled luminescent sparklers. I cheered along with everyone else, caught up in the symbolic gesture of having your troubles be gone in a blaze of light. Travel is always an adventure in discovering just how much I don't know. What I hadn't expected to discover in Trinidad was its rich cultural and spiritual diversity. During my 10-day visit, I received a warm welcome from ambassadors from many of Trinidad's diverse and vibrant communities. My experiences included participating in the joyous Sunday services of the Shouter Baptist congregation of Mount Bethel Cathedral, who worship in heartfelt song and movement. I experienced an Amerindian smoke ceremony conducted by Shaman Adonis Christo at his home on the steep Calvary Hill in Arima. I took an All Saints' Day evening stroll through La Perouse Cemetery in Woodbrook, where families lit candles of remembrance on the graves of loved ones. The next day, at the monastery of Mount St. Benedict, I observed monks honor their departed brethren on All Souls' Day. On my last day, I visited Jannah Memorial Mosque and adjoining Trinidad Muslim League, a school that encompasses a kindergarten, primary, and secondary school, located in the first capital of Trinidad, St. Joseph. On the walls of the mosque, I read the Muslim's prayer, which says, in part, "Thy mercy envelops creation, and thy light dispels gloom. Burden me not with what I can't bear, and forgive me when I err. Let me not squander thy bounty, and lose hope in thy loving beneficence." The words resonate with me, as did those of all the other trainees I encountered who made this journey to the light such a memorable and deeply enriching experience.